In just under a month, the Charles Schwab acquisition of TD Ameritrade will be in its final stage. How do you set your TD Ameritrade account up for login purposes to get ready for this transition coming in mid-May? Follow us here on the Ujamaa Network and we'll talk about it. I'm Antoine Anderson. Let's get into it. Back in November of 2019, Charles Schwab acquired, or at least announced it was acquiring TD Ameritrade lock, stock, and barrel for $26 billion. The deal was finalized a year later, and that would include the acquisition of the Thinkorswim platform, trading platform for futures trading and derivatives. With that said, Charles Schwab now is positioning itself to be a major player in the digital scape. But as a TD Ameritrade customer, what is it that you are going to need to do to make sure that your account is appropriately and safely moved to the new Charles Schwab platform? Well, we're going to go through a few of those things right now. Just pay attention and we'll walk you through screen by screen from a TD Ameritrade customer standpoint. Now, obviously, you're going to go in and log in to tdameritrade.com for now, because that website is going away along with everything else related to TD Ameritrade. And once you get there, log in and prepare to do your authentication. Now, this authentication issue is tied to your cell phone number. And if you have lost your access to a telephone like I did, you're going to have to update that here. But there are no online ways to do that. The authentication process involves your cell phone. So you're going to have to reach out to TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab once the transition is done to make sure that that phone number is updated. Because even when you log in successfully and you know your password, you are not given the opportunity to change that number without authentication through that old phone number. So make sure you are aware of that. You're going to be prompted to hit the Go to Transition Center, and you're going to finish up the transitioning process of transferring your TD Ameritrade information over to Charles Schwab. Again, you won't be able to use your Charles Schwab account until the weekend of the 10th of May, but this is in preparation for that. Up until that day, 8:30 to be exact, 8:30 p.m., you will still be using your TD Ameritrade account. Make a note of it. Now, as it stands, Charles Schwab has just positioned itself to be a major player in not only traditional investment stocks, but also crypto. It will be interesting to see how they go from here, considering the news from Coinbase that new derivatives pairs have been announced on its platform concerning Dogecoin and a few others. You still have the missing coins like Cadena and Caspa that are not traded on Coinbase. There are no pairs for that. You're still going to have to use other exchanges like Uphold to purchase those particular coins. But it is interesting news and things you need to be aware of before that day happens, so you're not missing out on any opportunities. Because I suspect that there's going to be either a significantly or noticeably lower buy rate, as people are going to be caught off guard by this. Even though it's been 2 years, they're not going to be able to affect those changes because they're not going to be able to log in. So pay attention to that and those dates. That might be an indication of what is going to happen that day. So tell a friend who has a TD Ameritrade account, make sure they're ready to go come May 13th for the first day of trading after the weekend, and hope everything goes well with them. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you're liking and subscribing and add them to our chat. We're going to be getting into some step-by-step tutorials as we ourselves begin to unravel this mystery of Thinkorswim in little bite-sized chunks and start training people on the app itself. Not so much trading strategies, but how to use it, when to affect a trade, that kind of thing. Love to hear from you. Talk to you later.